My name is Ade.
My name is Melvin Yagaka.
And we are C.R.E.A.M. Chelsea rules everything around me. This is episode 2. Funny enough, we recorded our first episode with the intentions of pubbing it and dropping it, but I was like, I'm a video guy. I wanna be able to drop a video to kind of pub everything. So this is episode 2. First episode's kind of sports heavy. This one's gonna be
the title of the.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can move your mic to your mouth.
My bad.
You think you're on the Breakfast Club?
Hey, I thought this mic could pick up anything.
Hey, man, you're dealing with me.
You're the one that knows all.
You may get quality mics like that. I forget.
Yeah.
But we're gonna start off with sports, anyways. Actually, where's my phone? I messed up on the. I think we're gonna start off with Chelsea, right? What do you think about Chelsea?
Well, I mean, yeah.
What do you think about Chelsea's game?
It was actually a bittersweet game. Those first 25 minutes.
Actually, let me start. Let me start off because I want to send out a public apology to Melvin. Melvin, you're gonna see if you listen to episode 1. Melvin literally called this.
Right.
When I said we're playing Arsenal, I said we're gonna smack them. Like it just wasn't gonna be close. Melvin says we're playing Arsenal. You never know what can happen. I'm like blah 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 blah.
That's true.
We're gonna smack them. We're up 2-0. I go in the group chat. I'm talking shit. Oh my goodness, bro, we're finna smack these boys. My roommates move in. I'm like, okay. I'll go help them out. I come back in my room. Halftime 2-2. What?
See, you left. That's why they came back.
Right. But I want to give a public apology. That's the first apology I'm gonna give them now. Give me your opinion on the game.
Yeah. So like I was saying, bittersweet game. Those first 25 minutes, I honestly thought we were the best team in the world. Bro, I'm not gonna lie.
Bro, I was about to cry.
The way we were just passing the ball, we were actually dominating Arsenal.
We look like City.
Bro, I was what?
We look like City.
I was like, Chelsea can do this?
Mm-hmm.
Because, I'm thinking, sorry, we're not going to get this down for, 2-3 months.
3 months, yeah.
And then, the second game of the season, we're already, dominating, a top 6 team. So I'm just sitting here wow. And so, we go up 2-0. And I'm just, sitting here just in amazement. These niggas are just talking in the chat. And I'm not replying to these niggas. I'm just.
I thought he was cool.
I know it's not even that. I was just, bro. I was too focused on what was going on, and so, I'm just watching the game, and then they had chances in between our 2 goals. They had chances Aubameyang.
We'll get to that, yeah.
Who else? Mkhitaryan and Iwobi. They were just missing sitters.
Who else was? Somebody else was attacking, but they were just.
Yeah, they were just folding.
Both of our wings. Especially Alonso. Alonso was folding first half.
But that's the same thing. Alonso was a bittersweet player of the game. So,
true.
So yeah, they missed Arsenal did miss their chances.
Yeah, even Aubameyang got the wide open.
They should have easily been scored 5 goals with the chances they had
easily.
But I mean, I can't complain.
I can complain.
I'm happy with that. By halftime, I guess C.R.E.A.M went and talked to them, and we came back. We were more consistent second half. We weren't so bad defensively. And even though I'm blaming the wing backs, or not wing backs, but the fullbacks for the crosses, I still kind of blame. I honestly blame our 2 center backs and holding mid because they left so much space in between them.
Well, that's our problem with. I think our problem. You literally just brought up our 2 biggest problems right now. It's kind of everybody kind of learning.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because we didn't play with a holding mid. We didn't play with fullbacks before. For the past 2 seasons. So now Aspie and
Mr. Consistent Alonso, was not consistent.
Who?
Mr. Consistent.
Yeah, but that's what I'm talking about. Okay, I'll even get to that. Conte doesn't know where he wants to play yet.
Yeah, and with Conte, it's so weird because obviously with Sarri's system, you have your holding mid, which is Jorginho as a playmaking midfielder.
He's playing phenomenal.
And yeah, he's doing well. But at the same time, Chelsea's so used to having that holding mid that is protecting our center backs. And so, I mean, Jorginho, as good as he is passing, he's not the best defender.
It's like he's just not there.
So at times I feel like he's kind of caught with the with the excitement of getting forward, and he forgets to defend. maybe I'm hoping that as we go forward, like, as the team kind of learns, because I feel like he's actually teaching. He's the on the field coach, so he's teaching the forwards and attacking mids where to be.
He low-key came to the team and took it over.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm not gonna criticize him too much now, because obviously I know as soon as like the front, like the attacking players understand what to do, he will focus more on himself and defending. And so I think with defending, I mean, I'm not too critical with that. It's not like we don't have the ability to defend. It was just, out of position. And that's just with the new system. Like, we're always going to be kind of, caught sleeping because we haven't, like, learned this new system as well as we need to.
Our center backs are not it.
Yeah, and I mean, the thing is, like, even someone like David Luiz, he's just the type that he kind of, like, he'll get caught like trying to play too much forward sometimes, and even defensively he'll get caught sleeping.
I think
so
his
we
best
have
position is CDM.
Yeah. And so, like, I mean, honestly, like with him is, I want to see C.R.E.A.M try and see what he can do with Christensen, because I know Christensen, he's the type of defender that he's like too careful. Like maybe we need that, because we already know Rudiger is kind of reckless, and David Luiz is kind of reckless. So if you have that, you're gonna be screwed. So maybe we should mix like Christensen, someone who's kind of calm. And honestly, he's a like decent defender. It's not like he can't defend. And I know David Luiz is a great defender as well. It's just his, like, sometimes he's caught doing like the wrong things at the wrong time. So that kind of affects us. And so with that, I mean, and then we'll get to Alonso. I think Alonso, I feel like he himself was the only reason why I won't criticize him too much, because he had a goal and assist. So, he was one of the main reasons.
He was the reason we had that last game.
Exactly. So going forward, he's great, but defensively,
he's a liability.
Liability. We play City and
was having a field.
No, we play City, Mahrez, and whoever Sterling, whoever is playing on that right is gonna have like a hat trick. Salah is gonna do well. So honestly, I don't know with Alonso.
Even Aspie, I was surprised.
Aspie, and that's why I keep stressing on the point that maybe it's because we're still learning the system. Back? It has. The guy, where is he? Zenit? The guy's retired.
No boost.
I don't know. The guy, we don't need Ivanovic at this point. Yeah.
My thing with the defense was just I don't understand why there were so many chances. It wasn't like it was every once in a while. Like that first half, there was no reason why we should have been up 2-0. Like they were whooping us. Maybe we were playing better. Granted, we were playing better, but when they were attacking, they were making it. Arsenal is what I'm talking about. Arsenal was making it matter every time they were going up. So I was just confused as to why that would happen, because that's just like, especially, I mean, the first game we weren't like the best defensive team, but it just looked like we forgot about whatever Sarri was thinking about. We got lucky because the second half Arsenal just parked the bus, and once Hazard came in,
Hazard will be Hazard.
Oh my god, bro! I just watch him and I'm like, low key, like I could marry him, like no boost. That dude, like when he gets okay, but when he, like every time he touches the field in that blue jersey, something crazy happens.
That's true.
When he came on last week, got an assist easily. This game came in.
He's played 43 minutes and he's had 2 assists.
2 assists. People that play hundreds of games only have 1 Premier League goal for Chelsea. That's where it's John Obi Mikel. But
I thought he's your fellow countryman.
Anyways, but I loved Hazard. We don't need to talk too much about him.
He's Hazard. I mean, it's known. We don't have to say anything.
What I want to talk about is Kovacic. I love this guy.
Honestly, when he came in, I was just like, I was actually like, honestly, there's been people who are telling me Kovacic sucks, like he's not gonna do anything for Chelsea, and I was like, all right, you watch. We'll see. And so, cause I know he has the capability of like dribbling as a midfielder and as an attacking mid, like, and this is why I want to criticize Ross Barkley a little bit, even though he had a pretty good game for me.
I love Barkley.
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna get to. Barkley played out of his mind.
He played well. And
granted, he had some opportunities. I was like, okay, relax.
But you know, if you really paid attention to Barkley, there were times where like he would see there's gaps between him and the defense, and you kind of go to the side. And I'm like, nigga, attack the space. What are you doing? Yeah. And I know Kovac is the type that he will dribble you out. He won't be afraid to go over there.
Granted, and as it was doing it, but sometimes I'm like, Barkley,
I'm like, bro, like you gotta be more aggressive. You know, I felt like he was playing.
You're not gonna score every time. Yeah, so you need to make sure every time you can.
Exactly, 100% of the shots you don't take, you miss. Yeah. Exactly, and
but
so
he still played well.
He played well, and that's what I'm saying.
He may lose his starting position.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He played well, but to me it was kind of like safe. Like, okay, I wanted to show the coach that I'm not gonna fuck up. And even the pass that he gave to Willian that led to Arsenal's goal. It was like him being safe. Like he was like he didn't want to go forward, so he just passed sideways. And even though William was being like, you know, he didn't step too. Yeah. I still kind of like it was both of their faults in that situation. And so Kovac, I know him like going in, like even if you saw the link ups he was having with Hazard, oh my god.
Bro, him and Hazard, I was like,
oh my god.
I was like, wait, it looked like Willian and Hazard.
Exactly.
So if we can get Willian and Hazard Kovacic to start, and then maybe get Fekir.
Y'all sleep on Chelsea. That's all I'm gonna say. You know, everyone's saying like Chelsea's not gonna do anything this year.
Clinton was like,
just wait.
Top 4. I'm like, all right, dude. That's where we are.
Just wait. Just wait.
But I mean, that's pretty much everything I have with Chelsea. Oh no.
Hey, relax.
You know,
bro, you can't forget about everything.
I have another apology. You know, last week, Melvin brought up our new number 29. Act like I didn't know who he is. I'm talking about Alvaro Morata, okay?
Bro, the number changed. That's why he scored.
I say he sucked.
This man he low-key listened to the podcast and heard you.
Bro, this man nuts was hanging, bro. Bro, first of all, he had a man on him. Took one step. Lost him a little bit.
You know,
and then right past Feather check, bro, almost cried.
So who do you give like man of the match for this game? Jorginho.
Jorginho.
Yeah, I agree with that. But you know,
I went back.
No, wait. I didn't wait. The guy has not scored for like years.
That's why.
And then on top of that, he rarely felt this game. He was actually like playing the ball back to people and not falling. That's what I'm saying. He didn't fall down like as much as usual. And then on top of that, let's go back to the goal. I watched it again. Not only did it take on
the touch.
Yeah, exactly. Not only did he take the touch, and then he also took on a defender. He cut. And guess what foot he scored with?
With his weak foot.
This nigga scored with his left foot. A whole Morata that can't even shoot with his right.
With his
score with his left foot.
Hey, we're busy, man. We're
recording. And so Morata, I'm just happy this guy actually like scored. And I mean I'm being a little too generous by saying he was man of that match, but you know, he scored with his left foot, so you know
with the man on him.
With the man
bro,
on him.
I almost shed a tear, bro.
He made Czech go the wrong way because you know Czech thought he was when he cut he was going the other way. So I mean, like that was just a great goal from Morata. The guy came out after the game. He said, "Hey, I'm going for 30 plus."
Right.
So we'll see. Hey, Morata, you better keep your word.
If he can score, we play another trash team next week, right?
Newcastle. I mean,
Newcastle.
Yeah, I wouldn't say
Newcastle's a good side.
I wouldn't say trash. They have a good manager.
They got unlucky.
Rafa Benitez.
They got really unlucky to lose to Tottenham. They're a really good side.
Yeah, and so I mean, we'll see how that goes. You know, the thing is, I feel like I'm waiting for Europa League to come because I'm tired of waiting week to week for these Chelsea games. It feels like the week is going by in slow motion.
And
like it feels like ages when we last played.
We do these now. So
yeah, exactly.
We want to talk about a lot more. I feel you.
Exactly, and so I'm just like so eager for the next game. Is getting onto me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, my last thing I want to bring up with Chelsea is our wingers are playing phenomenal. Pedro.
Pedro's been having a resurgence.
When we gave that extension to Pedro, I put in the gym. I'm like,
I don't know what we're doing.
I don't like this. but he showed me why I was wrong, and I really appreciate that.
Yeah,
Willian showed me why we shouldn't have sold him.
Yeah, Willian did have a decent game to me. Pedro to me was my out of the wingers was the better one in that game because if you saw him, he was pressing like literally the whole game. Like he was just pushing everyone defensively. He was pressing the keeper. You know, Czech was having to, you know, he was on his toes because, you know, he had to clear the ball out.
That's true,
and so
and like it was like like our striker was somebody was on him every time he cleared it.
Yeah, and so Pedro, and he scored too. So Pedro, I feel like I think under C.R.E.A.M he's gonna do well.
He looks
C.R.E.A.M has resurged his career.
Yeah, a little Spanish connection. You know,
Yeah.
And,
Hey, you know, bro, we have all the amigos in our building, bro.
All the essays, right?
Yeah.
Hey, Hector.
This guy's racist, bro.
But bottom line, Chelsea really made my weekend, and then I was like, you know what? Maybe, you know, City won't do too much damage to Huddersfield. That was a lie. And then you know, I hope that Liverpool, you know, would somehow choke this Palace. Palace actually played really well. I watched the game at work. They played really well against them. They just had the dude had to get a red card because it was going to be Salah 1-on-1. The last defender had to clear his legs, which makes sense. And then they scored like a last second, like a goal in the stoppage time to just put 2-0.
What you think about Mane?
Oh, Mane? He's alright.
He has what, 3 goals now?
Man, he's alright, dude.
Alright. The guy's a
because
beast.
Liverpool is just their scoring power is just crazy.
That's Liverpool and City.
And you know, I'm just salty that Liverpool and City won't let us be first.
Well, but the thing is, I'm actually like, you know, not too like, you know, worried or surprised because Liverpool and City, they've had their system for, you know, at least more than 1 or 2 seasons. So, I mean, obviously they're gonna play better because they're more comfortable with it. And we've scored 6 goals in the first 2 games, and we're just now learning our system. Imagine what we'll be doing by the time we get the hang of our system. And not only that, we have a top 3, in my opinion, player in the world. Because, you know, like I told you, Neymar fell after the World Cup. Hazard went off. Yeah, exactly.
If Belgium went to the final, Hazard would have been.
Yeah, and whoever wants to criticize me, I do actually think that Hazard is better than Neymar.
He is, in my opinion, at least from last season. Mostly because Neymar got injured, but that's neither here nor there. But us not being first was easily balanced out by Man United losing. Oh my God, Melvin!
That team's a joke.
Melvin, I almost cried.
I actually don't even feel bad. I do feel bad for them because it's just like we know what the problem is, but you know they gave the guy an extra extension, Mourinho, and I don't know what they're gonna do. I mean, you lose to the Seagulls.
What Seagulls?
The Seagulls.
My.
This guy's funny.
Y'all lost to Seagulls.
The Seagulls.
That's really crazy.
Not only that, they put 3 past y'all.
3.
That's sad. Like, I'm actually disappointed.
It was really just by his fault. No boost.
But the thing is, he had a great game. The first game, he played well.
Oh yeah.
And so
against
Leicester, yeah. And then I don't know what happened this game. Him and Lindelof, like they had a great start against Leicester. So I was surprised they were actually dominated by Murray. What was their striker? I forgot what his name is.
Him and whoever was on that left side was just terrorizing them, bro.
And like, I mean, it's disappointing because
I'm just not
the thing is, my prediction from like the beginning of the season, I had City, Liverpool, and Chelsea as my like top 3, and then my 4th place was gonna come down between Tottenham and United. But you know, after this game, I honestly it's becoming less and less United and more Tottenham.
Yeah, especially
because
since C.R.E.A.M finally broke his curse.
Yeah,
you saw how happy he was.
Yeah, this guy was. Yeah, exactly. I saw it, and so it's sad. And you know, Kane scored in August, so I'm happy for him. But for United, it's just sad because you know, I don't know what they're gonna. They paid this guy like loads of money, Mourinho, and I mean, if they have to sack him, it's just. It is what it is. People are saying that he wasn't backed in the transfer market. He wasn't given money. They didn't buy him. But when you go look at it, yeah, we'll get to that one a little later. But when you go look at it, they've spent like since Mourinho's got there, they've spent more than any other team. And on top of that, he's saying that he doesn't have the center backs that he wants. wasn't he the one that bought Bailly and Lindelof?
No.
But yeah, no, he was. He bought both of them. He's the one that they were bought under his management.
And then he came with so they all came with Matic.
No, I think they came that same season.
Sure?
Yeah, I think Bailly came the first season Mourinho was there. Matic went last. Mourinho has been there for 2 years, right?
With Mourinho at the same year.
Yeah. They all came together.
Damn.
Then. Yeah, so they've all been bought under Mourinho, and for him to go and say, "Oh, I need new center backs." I mean, if you pick these center backs, what's wrong with them now? And like I've even heard like pundits and people online like saying how he just has to play with what he has, because obviously when you start saying we don't have enough, like it's gonna mean that the players are gonna start feeling like, okay, we're not good enough if he's asking for more help and whatnot.
That's true.
Yeah, so I mean, honestly, he just needs to make do with what he has. I'm pretty sure. I feel like before the end of the season, he's just gonna get sacked. We don't know what's gonna happen, but we'll see.
I mean, are we gonna get to it? I mean, it's either him or Pogba.
Oh yeah, I mean, with Pogba, like they're reporting out like Pogba has been like making statements with Mourinho. How, I mean, we've known from for a while now that Pogba didn't want to play that defensively under Mourinho.
Yeah. But that was since the beginning.
Yeah, that's been like that, and so.
He's been forced to play that.
Yeah, he was forced to play that.
The only time actually, he's not is when Fellaini ever comes in.
Yeah, and no, actually, as of late, he's been playing more attacking. Actually, this season, the first 2 games, he's been playing a little bit more attacking. I think Fred plays like a little bit more central, and Pereira is like a little bit more holding. And so he's having the freedom that he actually wanted. He already has 2 goals. He's captain now. So, I mean, I feel like he's having a good season so far, but they're talking about how, and I think this is with
bridges have already been burned.
Yeah, I feel like this is with more with Pogba's agent Raiola, because the guy likes to talk and no one likes him. And so I just feel like they don't have the same agent, do they?
Yeah,
they do.
Pogba and Mourinho have the same manager.
Well, apparently like the agent has been talking and whatnot, and Mourinho. Everyone knows that he's had troubles with Pogba and he's had troubles with the board, and so like everything's just pointing towards Mourinho. So if United has to pick between Mourinho and Pogba, I mean, I would hope if their CEO is smart to pick Pogba, because
they just haven't been the same since.
Yeah, exactly. Since Ferguson.
Because even Sanchez just.
Like it's just sad because Sanchez was so great under Arsenal. I'm not complaining, but like as a player, I just feel bad for him, because it's like, you kind of wasting your career.
Thinking outside of myself, I feel bad for United fans.
Exactly, and you see Mourinho, he's like, they were even talking about how he's trying to get Willian. The guy just turned 30, and he was willing to give up Martial, the guy who's like 20 what. 22, 23.
Because we want Martial.
Yeah, exactly. But the thing is, I'm trying to tell people like this is what he did at Chelsea, letting go of Salah, De Bruyne, Lukaku.
Because you don't understand.
Exactly.
No, finish.
And that's the same thing that he's doing like with Martial and whatnot, trying to get players that are already developed. I think he's lost his patience. He's just trying to get players so he can win now. And so watch, like for example, like I said with the 3 players that were at Chelsea, they're not like superstars in whatever team they're on. They're like the best player on their team.
True. And
so, I mean, I'm not saying this will happen with Martial, but what if he goes to another team and he just becomes one of them?
Yeah, because I want Martial just because if we're able to get Fekir, we already have Kante.
Yeah,
that's already that
so
French connection.
You want French players to be battling with the Spanish players. So what's Hazard gonna do? He's going to Madrid.
Bro, he's already by himself already.
I feel bad for him.
I don't feel bad for him. He's chilling. He's big.
Actually, like he's happy with like he has friends there.
We could have the meanest Belgian connection.
Yeah, we could have. And like I was just thinking about that front 3. We would have had Hazard. We would have had Lukaku. We would have had Salah, and then midfield.
But let's talk about that. Would Salah still been the same player if he didn't go to Fiorentina and really able to like demolish in a lesser league and really build his confidence?
Okay, I don't want to blame Mourinho for all 3 of them. I'm just gonna say that it happened all under him. But
yeah, that's true.
so obviously the blame's kind of gonna
Kevin
go
De Bruyne
towards him.
by itself.
De Bruyne alone that's the one I'll blame because he didn't even want to give him a chance.
That's like
Yeah.
Because Lukaku he's always shown like sometimes I'm like, is he really that good?
And you know with strikers you kind of like you want a ready-made
form. It's really just form.
Yeah, with strikers you kind of have to give it to a ready-made striker. So that one like I kind of don't blame him too much. And then with Salah, we already had like Willian, so it was just like you can't really like.
And then we had Cuadrado at the time.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like I mean I can't blame everything on Mourinho too much. I mean it all happened under him, so that's why people blame him all the time. But De Bruyne, that's the one I give him the most blame. Like that, and if anything, that's the one I'm the most saltiest about because imagine what would have
we love
like. Imagine under C.R.E.A.M, we have De Bruyne playing that. Oh my god.
And then we have Jorginho
oh my
Kante,
god. Oh
and then
my
Kovacic
god.
is coming off the bench.
Oh my god. I'm just
and
gonna
then
stop.
And then even attacking wise,
I'm just gonna stop dreaming.
Yeah, let's stop talking about that because that's just gonna piss me off at this.
point.
Is that what you want to talk about with soccer? Ronaldo
apparently.
Played first game.
Yeah, he didn't score, so.
And Real's A-okay.
So he's a bust now.
All right. Real.
So he's not a bust.
Nigga, that nigga had one of the best World Cups that I've seen.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Like that man's nuts were just.
His nuts were hanging.
Granted, against Uruguay, he was quiet, but
yeah.
That group stage.
Nigga was scared Suarez was gonna bite him. Did you see on Twitter someone like tweeted what's the button? What's the button you press on this?
Somebody said, "Hey, anybody that's played FIFA 18, I need help. What's the button that you use to get Suarez to bite Mbappe?"
The guy's disturbing me. But hey, Mbappe is a problem. The guy's like 19.
Has he done anything this season? I haven't been following.
He scored like 2 goals last game. Yeah. Like the thing is, at the pace that he's going, like I'm actually worried he might be breaking. I mean, he's not gonna.
He really may be Thierry Henry.
Hey, yeah, he probably is. No, he actually like he's a figure of him. Like when
literally,
I see him, I see Thierry.
I see Thierry Henry.
And I'm not like this is not even disrespect to Thierry Henry because he's great and all that, but like. The way Mbappe is heading, he's headed there.
It's like when people see Zion Wilson, what was his name?
Williamson, whatever his name is.
That dude, he's huge.
The guy's a beast.
We see LeBron. Like
guy's a beast.
That dunk he did.
Oh my god! Which one? Which one?
The one that it looked like he committed assault to the rim.
That's pretty much every dunk.
I was like, is that rim okay? Do we need to cancel the rim?
Bro, they be testing for roids after every game.
Bro, that dude's huge. But that's the comparison with Henry and Mbappe. It's really a mirror image almost.
Yeah, because even like legends, I've heard like legends speak about how like John Terry, he was actually saying like his biggest like threat when he was playing defense was Thierry Henry. Like he was the one guy that he actually think about the day before, like how am I gonna play? How am I gonna play against this guy? Yeah, the guy was having sleepless nights.
Right.
So yeah, with Thierry Henry, like that's who I see Mbappe. Like kind of like, I mean, obviously Mbappe, he's gonna score goals for like many years, but at the end of the day, no one's gonna ever be better than Messi. Every game, bro. Like this guy doesn't make mistakes. The guy's perfect.
It's just sad to like really just see him play for Argentina.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm Nigerian. That goal he scored against Nigeria was one of the best goals I've ever seen.
Mm-hmm. And it's just like, I mean, it's Messi. Like he just does things that
like when it happened, bro, people were like, "Don't boost that goal." I'm like,
no, like
y'all don't see the.
And that's
imagine the ball coming from that high with that pace. You're still running. You have a defender on you. Melvin had a defender on.
He was doing everything on the run. It's not like he stopped.
He had a defender.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's not like he stopped. He was doing everything on the run.
He had a defender on him.
That's why I'm like, bro, this guy just does things that no other person can do. And it's just not fair.
Then he can pass.
It's not fair.
It's a sad sight.
Yeah, it is. So yeah, with the whole Alonso thing, apparently both Madrid clubs, they're interested in him, and for some reason he's the left back that they want. So what do you think about it?
I mean, for as much crap as we give Alonso, we don't lose games because of him. I like him. Like I like him mostly just because he's so clutch.
Yeah.
Like that game we had against Tottenham. Jeez Louise.
Last season,
bro.
What was it like? One of the first games of the season.
It was literally like it was our second game, because I wasn't confident in that game, because like
we already lost the first game. We lost like what 3-1 or 3-2.
3-2. That's when was it Morata scored the first
bro,
game.
and that's why I was like, wait, hold on, why this nigga didn't start? That flick, I was like, bro, that's the Morata I missed.
Because we were down 3-0. We were down 3-0. Yeah, because we lost our first game. I was ready, and then he scored the free kick. I was like, hold on. Then they equalized off of Batshuayi.
Yeah.
I still love you though. And then Alonso came in the clutch in stoppage time. I like the guy. He makes mistakes, but at the end of the day, he's clutch. He scored the game-winning goal for us this week. I like him. The only reason I like to go kind of wants him is because Felipe.
Courtesy to Hazard. The goal is courtesy.
All right.
Courtesy to.
Anyways,
can't forget about
his positioning was there. If Atletico's trying to trade with Felipe Luis, what's up?
I mean, they're obviously not going to trade.
Why not?
He's Felipe Luis. He's apparently being linked to PSG. So
he is not even apparently.
Yeah.
He is period. Him and Boateng.
Yeah, and so I don't know. I mean, honestly, I feel like with Alonso, we can't sell him because I mean I wouldn't mind if our window was still open and we have a replacement, but at this point, like we lose Alonso. Who's actually
the only reason we're giving him up is if we're getting somebody else.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I said the only reason I'm giving him to Atletico is if they're trying
I understand Alonso like his dad.
Can we even switch?
Switch what?
Like because
you can't do anything. You can't do anything. You can't do anything.
So all we can do is loan him out.
We can only give. We can only sell or loan. We can't receive.
But that's dumb though. Why can't you sell then? But you can't even sell to EPL teams, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so apparently Alonso, his dad played for Barcelona.
Yeah.
And so he has these like Spain ties where he wants to play.
And he's
he wants to play in Spain one day, like his dad in one of the Galactico clubs. And so, I mean, I wouldn't blame him. Like he said, he's open to leaving one day. He would be interested in playing for one of the teams. So, I mean, if it happens, it can't happen this transfer window. Maybe in January or something. But I mean, I wouldn't mind, but not now. And the fee, is looking like Chelsea's asking for a lot per usual.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to ask for a lot because he just scored. He looks hot right now.
Yeah,
he's a very hot commodity.
But when Chelsea starts raising the prices, the teams are just being put off, and they're just like, yeah, never mind. Yeah, he ain't that good.
They did that for Hazard. I don't know. They didn't even bother to do it with Courtois.
Yeah,
they let that guy go for.
I mean, Courtois was always bound to leave anyways.
I don't want to talk about that, man. That's why he doesn't play the game. Fucking twerp.
Hey, he got his move. I don't know what he went there for because he's sitting on the bench. But
32-year-old, start over him. He's 32. Who's 32 and still playing?
Yeah, I'm just I'm worried for him that he might become unhappy and want to come back.
Exactly, and then we're really gonna be like, no, we don't want you. This isn't a this isn't a David Luiz situation. We will not take you back. Mm-hmm. You're gone.
And so, I mean, what you think about Kepa though? How did he play?
See, I am where you were last week. He did his job. I mean, it wasn't his fault. None of the goals were his fault. Even one of them, he almost saved one of the goals.
So I mean, a lot of people have been saying how, although the chances that were created for that first goal, although they weren't his fault, they were saying that he should have done better on the save. They were saying Courtois would have made that save. This is what I'm hearing.
I don't like that. I don't like when people do that, bro. We need to stop putting so much criticism on keepers. Keepers are the worst case scenario.
Exactly, and
if he gets that save, people are saying, "What a great save!"
Exactly,
because it's
such a hard job.
Exactly, don't put too much blame. Blame the defenders. I get your saying. I get what they mean by, your keeper at the end of the day, he has a certain responsibility to not let goals go in. Yeah. But to what extent? But obviously he's not doing a caballero. Yeah. He's just throwing the ball to the other team.
He's not making dumb mistakes.
It's kind of hard on a one-on-one.
Yeah.
Exactly. Striking like Aubameyang and shooting the ball at you.
Yeah. And so I mean I honestly think he did have a good game too. He did well distributing because I told you first game I didn't really see too much of his distributing But this second game, like there was one pass where he just like kind of chipped it to Jorginho. I was like, oh okay. Courtois would have never done it. He would have probably booted it to the fans.
Stop bringing that man up,
bro. It would have been a free ball for fans. Like, I mean, that's the only good thing you get out of the game from Courtois. He get a free ball.
They will go hunt
hey,
you down. They don't give you the ball.
You gotta hide it. You have to be at the bridge to know this. You know when I was in the bridge.
What mean in the bridge,
bro? A long time ago.
What bridge?
Bro. Hey,
which bridge? Apogee Bridge. You're going to Apogee Stadium,
bro. When I was at the bridge,
what bridge? Yeah, what bridge?
I think it was Czech.
Right,
he had kicked the ball.
Right.
He cleared the ball, and I was a lucky fan.
I didn't know Chelsea was gonna play at UNT. You're lost.
Nah, but all jokes aside, I think Kepa did have a pretty decent game.
Yeah, solid game. I don't blame him for the defensive.
Yeah.
So I think that's
I think that's pretty much it for Chelsea for today.
Because there's way too much bullshit we need to talk about. First of all, I just want to talk about, quickly mention this John Elway, Colin Kaepernick situation. And I'm going to try not to rant. John Elway brought it up that, Colin Kaepernick had the chance to come play with us. But this is before he started protesting. Nobody cares. One, Colin Kaepernick doesn't even want to play anymore. I think that's pretty apparent. He just doesn't want to play soccer anymore. Like
soccer.
Football. Yeah, we're talking about football. He doesn't want to play football no more. Like he's cool off all of that.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's already been talked to ad nauseum about the whole NFL standing and kneeling. At this point, if you really think kneeling is offensive, you're lost. You're really just lost, because if they're kneeling for your tax breaks, you're not saying anything. Yeah. If they're kneeling for veterans, you're not saying anything. You only say it because you don't care about Black Lives Matter. Let's be honest. Mm-hmm. And I'm one of those people. I don't like to bring race into anything. I think it's a cheap card to pull. Mm-hmm. But this is just that you just don't care about black people. Mm-hmm. The same reason why they started Black Lives Matter. There's one police incident now. Everywhere in Denton, I see Blue Lives Matter sticker. Like you're just honestly, I'm being serious. If you have a Blue Lives Matter sticker, you're a dickhead. Like you literally do not get the point. You are just not it. Like period. And it's just annoying to me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now I see. There was this woman. She came into my job. She had I kneel when I pray and I stand for my anthem. I'm like, all right. You people you're just missing the point. That's
yeah, and I think that's pretty much the whole thing. They're just missing the point.
Missing the point. And before you get into that, is they want to miss the point.
Yeah,
because you know
they're being ignorant on purpose.
If you're being morally honest, you know what this is about.
And that's what I'm saying. Like they're always talking about, you're disrespecting the veterans and all that, and like. They try and make it so much about the veterans.
They bring up everything but what the protest is about, right?
Exactly. And so I'm like, if y'all like so in love with the veterans, like like they're like number one in everything. Like how come like like the ones with PTSD? Why are they on the street? Why are y'all not like giving them money? Why like it's just y'all are just contradicting yourselves. So
you're just lying.
At the end of the day, it's just like we've already like come to a conclusion. Like we've already decide that y'all just being ignorant.
Yeah, at this point, and that's all it is.
Exactly.
And as long as you know you're ignorant, that's fine. As long as you accept it.
But there's many there. It's just like they swear they're not, and it's just like what?
But it's okay to be lost. Just understand that you're lost though. Get some GPS.
It's sad
because you're just being a dickhead. You're missing the point on purpose.
Yeah. So,
grow up.
Before I get triggered with all this, that's pretty much all I have to say.
That's all I have with that. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much all with sports because I'm annoyed. Football doesn't start till September 6th. Football needs to come.
Hey, you ready for fantasy?
Bro, I'm ready. I'm
fantasy
very
draft?
ready for fantasy. I don't care about basketball this season. I'll be honest with you. Basketball's gonna suck this season. The East is actually gonna be interesting.
No, low key, the West might be interesting too.
What's always interesting?
I mean, apart from Golden State, I'm trying to see how the Lakers gonna do. What you mean?
Who cares about the Lakers?
I mean, me.
I forget you're a Lakers fan.
Bro,
Melvin's actually like an OG Lakers fan.
But the thing is,
he just isn't. He's just not big in both. Him and KC, I'll always give it to him.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, there's Lakers fans that are like, on top of their like thing like KC, And that's why, I mean, that's his sport. Like, basketball is his number one sport.
That's his life.
And the way he is with the Lakers, that's how I am with Chelsea. Like, I pay attention to everything. So,
and how you are with the Lakers is how he is with Arsenal.
Yeah, and so, like, you know, I've heard him say, "Oh, you're not a real Lakers fan." I'm like, hey, I know what team I support and all that. So, I'll just
Lakers are making it to win. Okay, let me not say that. With the fact that the Rockets lost Trevor Ariza and
that's a big,
I don't know how
deal.
I don't know what the plan was. I don't think Carmelo.
No, but the thing is, I think
it's Carmelo first. But how are you gonna lose 2 defensive options? The only reason you took the Warriors to 7 games was because of your defense.
And the thing is, like, I think they were even better off without adding Melo. I think adding Melo is even making it worse.
You know, Melo, bro, I'm be honest.
Because you know the nigga doesn't want to come off the bench.
I guess paying him $2.4 million, I guess, is worth it. But he's not worth it.
Yeah, he's not.
Well, first of all, is he willing for the first time in his whole career?
He's not coming.
This will be the first time in his whole career. Will he be willing to accept coming up or taking a backseat role?
He's not.
And that will be the only way that they make it through.
And you know,
the way Chris Paul and Harden were able to work is because they both understood we both can't be superstars some nights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And even me, like, I'll say on public, like, I was one of the people who was like, yeah, this CP3 James Harden thing, I don't see how that's gonna work
because
out.
Chris Paul's always just have the ball
and James Harden does too.
Well, maybe we not even Harden needs to have the ball, but we've never seen somebody have to basically share the ball with James Harden. James Harden's he literally was playing point guard the year before Chris Paul came.
Yeah, that's true.
So.
And so, like, I mean, I would criticize that. I was like, yeah, it's just not gonna work out. And I mean, they proved me and a lot of people wrong.
Mike D'Antoni ain't mad.
But
he's that guy.
And with Melo, he's been coached by D'Antoni before, and that didn't end too well. No, on the Knicks. The Knicks, yeah.
Oh,
and they didn't end too well. And so I honestly don't know how it's gonna work out. Like, I still feel like there's bad blood between them. I don't know how. Like,
but I think that's been mended if he was willing to sign there.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think he just wanted to hang out with his buddy Chris Paul.
Yeah. The reason Carmelo's retaking L's is because his wife is on Power, showing them tatas. Oh my god!
Because they together.
They are together
still.
Nigga, they got she took him back.
Wow,
bro, she did all that since the beginning, bro. Remember all of that capping she was doing?
That's.
Bro.
I mean, I'm happy she did that though, cause I mean, it's just not a lot of women would take their niggas back after they.
Because women think they're so great, bro. Bro, if your husband cheats on you, it's okay. It's not that big of a deal.
Hey, relax.
Bro, it's not that big of a deal. It happens.
Hey, you said it.
It happens.
You're the one of the people why women are starting to say men ain't shit.
Men ain't shit. Bro, I'm a beautiful young man.
Niggas ain't shit.
Like, if you trying to get at me, look, I'm kind of working on a little ting right now. A little ting right now, but you know, hopefully that works out. All I'm saying is,
what's the nationality?
Hey, shut up, dude. Look, all I'm saying is, hey, if I cheat on you, it's okay. Don't take it to me. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Come get at me.
Hey, he said it. I'm just here listening.
But his wife be violating on Power, bro.
Yeah.
A white boy be
white boy too,
bro. You saw that last episode?
Hey, let's not. There's people who have not seen it yet.
Boy, that was 2 weeks ago. If you ain't watched that,
no, not. I've seen now. I'm saying there's people that still.
All I'm saying is that boy Tommy was in them guts, man. Hey,
that boy smooth,
bro. Imagine your teammates are watching Power and watching your wife's jigglings. Jeez Louise. Now she's coming to the game. Courtside. Your teammates are looking.
They're visioning.
They have X-ray vision like Superman. Did you watch Smallville? Did you ever watch Smallville? The Superman show from like the 2000s. In the first episode, when he realized his powers, he was in gym, and then now this would not work in this PC era. But he went by like the girls' locker room like after they played their sports, and they used X-ray vision. And then the camera went back to him and he started smiling.
I'm dead.
Bro, obviously that wouldn't work because everybody's sensitive nowadays.
Nah, but
that's
Melo,
basically how it would be with them.
But Melo ain't he ain't about it. He ain't like D-Wade. D-Wade came back. Jimmy
all
Butler. Say what's up? No, you see what you said to Jimmy?
No, that's why. That's why I say all defensive.
Yeah.
First team, bro. Yeah, that shit was. I'm not gonna lie, that was kind of funny.
But it was funny on Jimmy Butler Frank. This nigga really posted that.
No, I don't even I don't know what he thought was gonna happen. I don't know what he thought.
Wait, what did he say again?
He said, "Well, damn."
Well, damn.
I'm like, what are you doing?
Well, I mean, yeah.
Y'all were just teammates.
But the nigga was happy. Like, he got excited. Well, he can't support her.
Right. He trying to support.
So you posted the same thing what he said.
So okay, we're too close for me to say it, but like one of your friends, his girl posted a picture on social media. You gonna put well damn?
I mean, we wouldn't be friends if I wouldn't do it if we were friends.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Then they are friends. After D-Wade posted that, Jimmy Butler said.
But for some reason, like I feel like this was him being childish.
Yeah, I think.
I feel like
obviously he wasn't really getting at him because social media. First of all,
exactly.
He's like he did in the DMs.
No,
he did it in public.
Yeah, exactly.
So obviously,
he's trolling. That's really what it was. All trolling.
Yeah. But it was cute though. It was funny. Cute.
It was funny. I woke up. I read that. I was like, "Whoa, what's going on here?"
Boy, Jimmy Butler said, "Am I still invited to the barbecue?"
I wonder if it's gonna be awkward with Gabrielle Union.
She'll be fine. She be eating that boy booty. They're in it for forever.
She's like 9 years older than
bro. Age is nothing but a letter, bro.
I'm dead. She look like 20 though.
Bro, easily I'll still smash. But moving on. Speaking of black men, there's been a lot of news about Idris Elba becoming the new Bond. Me, my opinion on it, I don't want. First of all, he's too old, and I don't like the whole idea of let's try to push black people into roles that are already played by black men. I think that is cool. It's cool enough if you're casting it, but let's not make our own, but just make your own opportunities. Yeah. Like, don't make it about let's get another opportunity. Just make it black.
Yeah.
But it got more interesting when the Bond movie, the last one with Daniel Craig, that was supposed to come out next November, they lost their director. That's very strange because now they have 14 months if they still want to get that release date. Now everybody's speculating that we may be getting a new director or we may just reboot it, period. Me, I want them to reboot it because if they reboot it, I know a special person who may make the next one. Person very dear to my heart. His name is Christopher Nolan.
Of course,
okay?
I knew it.
Look, Christopher Nolan hasn't announced his new movie. His last movie came out a year ago. Okay, it's phenomenal. Dunkirk,
yeah,
phenomenal. Okay, it's the best director of this century. If he was able to do a gritty like a Christopher Nolan, and he would like body him and his brother will body a script. I want that to happen. Do you want Idris Elba to be? And it'll probably just be a one-off with Nolan, though. He wouldn't want to do another franchise. He already had his own franchise. Would you want to see Idris Elba in a movie, preferably with the best director right now?
Okay, so I'll go back with the whole like him taking the James Bond role. Well, my first thought of this was like if there's one like black person that would do it, it would be him.
It's him.
And so I wouldn't like be mad about it. But then when I like started thinking about it more, it was like like we've already had like Daniel Craig like as James Bond, so I don't want to like change it over because the Bourne series, the Bourne series, like how
but Bourne is always one. But you talking about how Jeremy Renner?
Yeah. That was so I don't want to do that. Like I'd rather,
but it won't go back to Daniel Craig.
Because even though it won't go back, I still like the whole change that they did. It's just kind of like I was like.
But that's different because the Bond movies they've had like 10 different Bonds.
Yeah, but it's just like I'm so used to this.
But that's you. Yeah. But you mean at the end of the day, there's only gonna be one more at the most, so you're gonna get different Bond. So, if I were to choose, I would want one last hurrah with Daniel Craig because his last movie wasn't so. accepted. And I will.
So you want to give him one more chance?
Skyfall is one of the best movies of this decade. Period. That movie is phenomenal.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
The movie is great, and I wouldn't want him to go out like that. So I want him to get one more, and it would be the 25th Bond movie. So they'll literally be called Bond 25. I want him to go out on that note, go out on 5 movies. But if you're gonna tell me that man is gonna direct a Bond movie,
hey, I'm expecting great things out of it.
Will you see Ade complaining? No, no. But it's interesting though. Me personally, I think he's a little bit too old. So maybe they do like a one-off Christopher Nolan. I wouldn't mind that. I would want Daniel Craig to get one more though. But that's all I really much had on that. But to kind of end everything off, we're gonna talk about why women are scum. Okay, that's how we're gonna do this. You want to start off with Nikki or you know we're gonna start off with Nikki.
Yeah, we have to.
Look, to all you Barbies, I feel bad for you.
Bunch of weirdos,
bro. It's a very sad sight to see your hero like this. Like, she's 35.
She acts like she's 12.
Melvin, she's double my age, pretty much. And you're beefing on the TL with your ex, trying to sell records. Now let's rewind all of this. Nicki Minaj, at the turn of this decade, was one of the top, in my opinion, top 10, arguably top 5 rappers in the game. Period. Not even female like rappers. Nicki was very respected. Nicki had the legendary verses. Monster. She had I think the Pink album. I always forget what it's called. Pink Friday. Amazing album. She was respected. Slowly but surely, you know, her formula was kind of getting, you know, tired out. She started making dumb songs like Stupid Hoe. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can see.
Ran out of ideas.
Yeah, you know, you're kind of losing your way there, sis. And then her last album was 2014. She hasn't had an album in 4 years. She has the weirdest rollout. She drops her album in the middle of a Friday. No. Like not even like third, like no, like middle of Friday. And
she's a weirdo.
And I knew and first of all, she's already been in too much mess, just period. And the bigger artists now shut down the TL when they drop music. When Drake dropped Scorpion, the TL was on nothing but Drake. I was surprised to see Travis Scott shut down the TL. Barbie.
No, the Houston people coming for you now.
What?
For saying that.
No. But I didn't know Travis Scott was that big to everybody. Period.
You thought it was just
no. When Travis Scott dropped, Travis Scott's one of my top 5 artists like right now. I didn't really love the album, but that's neither here nor there.
It was decent.
Nicki Minaj did not shut down the TL. Nicki Minaj was not the talk of the town. Nicki Minaj was projected to sell 133,000 first week. We're talking about Nicki Minaj.
Isn't she number 2?
No, we're gonna get to that.
Oh, okay.
She was projected to sell 130,000 records first week. Nicki Minaj, who was literally one of the biggest acts, at least was one of the biggest acts, was underselling from, like, it was pretty bad. So when we heard that, she heard it. We saw her start doing press runs. She started doing interviews everywhere. She's talking a lot on the TL. Big artists don't do that.
Yeah.
Drake doesn't tweet. Drake only posts Instagram. Doesn't do interviews. I've never seen Beyonce interview. I'm honest with you. Rihanna doesn't do anything. None of these big artists do.
They be in the dark.
But this girl was on every single place she could be at. It was a sad sight.
She's trying to make herself relevant again.
So, in one of the interviews, the Funk Flex, it eventually leads to her beefing with this DJ called DJ Self. That early starts spiraling into a beef. I don't want to get too deep into that. And then she starts beefing with her ex Safari on the TL.
I think she's on drugs.
Barbs, I feel bad for you, okay? I feel really bad. She now is dealing with Safari, and now that's going back and forth. She brings Tyga into it. It just becomes a big mess.
I think she's named every artist she can.
And now it's capped off with when the numbers came out as to what she was projected, her final projection was 190. She said fake news. The numbers came out was 180.
I'm dead. So she was salty.
She sold less than Travis Scott sold in his second week.
Yikes.
In his second week. This is Nicki Minaj we're talking about. Then she goes on to talk about blah, 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 blah. Oh, I have the real #1 album in the country. Travis Scott was talking bad about Travis Scott, blaming Kylie. She just doesn't know how to just lick her wounds and take that.
Take the L.
What do you think about this?
I mean, I'm just trying to figure out, like, I mean, she's making her career, like, she's, like, slowly, like, making her career get worse. Like, people are going to start forgetting about the old Nicki when she's...
Cardi B's album was fire.
Exactly, and I think they're still friends, though, right?
No, they're not.
They're not?
No.
Oh, well...
I didn't even get to... She's been throwing shit at Cardi
Yeah,
B.
exactly, and so it's like, you're just, like, burning all the bridges with everybody, and, like, basically everybody's going to hate you. And so, like, the more she's out there on social media, the more people, like, don't like her.
And it's sad because I like Nicki. And Nicki always had... I used to like Nicki.
She was always great, yeah.
I don't know. But she still has glimpses of the old her. It's just... I don't know what it is now.
There's something that has to be going on with her. Like,
and I want to talk about that. People... she's just not happy. Like, internally.
That's probably what it is.
She's not a happy person. That's why I keep telling people, you think success and everything is going to be the reason you're happy? No.
Yeah, it's not.
This woman can literally do whatever she wants with her success. Mm-hmm. She's not happy at all. We make jokes about her, but we actually need to, like, pray for her. Like, she's not happy.
Yeah. And, I mean, she's 35, like you said. So, I mean, she's made a lot of money in her career. So at this point, I mean, if anything, like, she should look at the brighter side. 35 is not, like, old age for, like, an average person. But, I mean, as a rapper, like, if you think that, you know, it's time, like, it should be time for her to just, like, you know, look for something else that would make her happy.
Just a different approach to everything.
Exactly.
She's just not a happy person.
And so, I mean, her trying to force the whole like, album and all that, is just, like, just let her go, like... If she continues doing this, like, it's just gonna ruin everything for her. Like, people are actually gonna think, like, hey, you suck.
No, she does suck though.
But
it's not even like you think she just sucks. Period.
I don't know. I actually feel bad for her. Yeah,
I just feel bad for her. It really is just a sad side. Period. Mm-hmm. And the last thing I kind of want to talk about, you know, we kind of need to get out of here, was pretty much literally the same thing as the Donald Trump situation, which will be tied into something later. I said Donald Trump, with the Nicki Minaj situation. Omarosa, who used to work for Donald Trump, she was on Donald Trump with The Apprentice, helped him on the campaign. She's a black woman. Mm-hmm. She has been championing Donald Trump for forever. Mm-hmm. Black people have been like, we don't know what's wrong with you, and she's always defended him, blah, 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 blah. Things happen in the White House, per usual, obviously, and she gets fired.
Bro, there's scandals. People have things over other people.
And she gets fired. Now she's bad-mouthing him all of a sudden. And then now she has a book out. All of a sudden, there's a tape where Donald Trump says the N-word. First of all, I'm not surprised. Are you surprised?
Not at all.
I'm not surprised. And that's just a sad sight that we're not surprised.
It says a lot.
Now she has a book to sell. Now all of a sudden there's an N-word tape. This is literally just what Nicki Minaj did. You were looking for a scandal. You're looking for something to basically boost your sales. You really don't need to do that.
Yeah.
But I guess she does, because, you know, she's not as successful as, you know, like Nicki Minaj. But I don't respect you as a person, because you were backing this person. Now all of a sudden you're having, you know, different thoughts. And then Donald Trump, you know, in Donald Trump fashion, went to go and tweet about Omarosa and called her a dog. Just call her a bitch. It's okay. We know what you mean. Nobody would have been surprised if
I wouldn't be surprised if he
tweeted bitch. He was like, you know what? I'm not surprised that Donald Trump just said that. I'm gonna be honest with you.
I'll just be like,
it's another day at the office.
Exactly.
You know? So I don't know. It's a lot of people are trying to get on Donald Trump that, oh, you're calling her a black woman. Look, she doesn't respect you. She's only in it for herself. I don't know why you're trying to defend her. Mm-hmm. which comes into Donald Trump. It's the last thing. What did you have anything to say about that, Moros? Or did I do it?
Nah, I just feel like, with her in this whole situation, it's just like you're not really, you're just doing too much. Like it's not, it wasn't necessary at all. And whether you put it out public that he said the N-word or not, everybody already knows. Like, this was,
I'm not gonna lie.
exactly. Everybody already knows. Bro, he's probably said
everybody
it.
Be like, okay.
Nobody like,
and that's how bad it is.
Exactly,
like,
and that's why I'm thinking like this wasn't even gonna boost your sales if that's what you wanted.
I mean, it did, because I mean her name was more, and her book was now more.
Is this But
for you to have to go through those lengths?
Exactly, and is this reaching, if anything? Mm-hmm. And I mean, we already know like there's things that the government does that we don't know, so. Yeah. I mean, like, a lot of this just comes with the whole, like, we're not surprised. So.
Yeah. Last thing is, if you vote for Donald Trump, I really feel bad for you. And I really hope you learned your lesson. Because I was talking to people about Donald Trump, and they're like, oh, I don't mind Donald Trump. I'm getting tax breaks. Mm-hmm. Are your tax breaks worth where America is right now?
Nope.
Is it worth a Oompa Loompa being in your White House? It's not. Think money will not kill you. Yeah. People really need to you need to consider, is this person being in office worth all of this? Mm-hmm. There was already a scandal with Stormy Daniels. His lawyer has defended him, said no. I paid her out of my own money, because it was speculated that the money to pay that porn star came from campaign funds. That's very illegal.
Wow. That's
yesterday, his lawyer gets a plea deal. Pleads guilty to a law.
Wow.
I hope you've learned your lesson, people who voted for Donald Trump. I hope these 4 years that he had was worth it. Because these primaries, this nation is finna be crip walking. Texas, that's been a red state, is most likely gonna be crip walking after the primaries because of what you did. And I'm not that mad. I'm more of a moderate, but I have liberal ideals, just because liberal ideals are, at the end of the day, they're good things to a certain extent. I hope it was worth it. That's all I have to say. I'm just annoyed.
And I think like with the whole like him being elected, I think it was mostly, I mean, we know Republicans were gonna vote regardless because they want Republicans to be in office, but I think a lot of people that were undecided, either they didn't want a woman to be in charge, or I don't know what it was. They just didn't feel like
they wanted a different look into the government. They thought
exactly, and they didn't want Clinton again to be in charge again of the government. So
scandals.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, I feel like it was more of like they weren't too comfortable with the other party, so they were just like, might as well go with Donald Trump, and people are starting to realize that, wow, we fucked up.
I hope it was worth it.
Exactly.
That's all I have to say. I really hope voting for this man was worth it. That's all. That's pretty much it. I'm really annoyed. We shouldn't have even gone out on this note.
Hey, we need to focus on Chelsea.
Exactly.
Get ready for the weekend.
We'll be back next week. We'll be uploading on Wednesdays. This was just an off week.
Yeah, busy. School started.
Yeah, we've been busy. So I'll see you guys later. Follow me on Twitter. Pretty much everything at Adeoba. That's ADETHEOBA. YouTube at Ade. I do YouTube reviews. I do crazy stuff on there too. Give me your socials.
Me, you don't need my socials. I'm just a speaker. Ade is the one that does all the.
All right, dickhead.
Yeah,
all right.
You can post all my stuff.
All right.
I don't want too many fans spamming me when I'm in class trying to focus on my studies.
Right. We'll see y'all next week. This is the C.R.E.A.M podcast. See ya.
All right. Thanks.